If a woman isn't treating you well or is breaking up with you, there are many occasions where walking away will work. She'll realize that you're not being needy, she'll realize that she still does like you, and then she'll come chasing you, she'll come back, she'll try to get you to like her again, she'll try to get you to want to be with her, and so forth. That's all great, but there are also times where walking away from a woman will completely backfire. She won't care, she will move on, and the guy will end up regretting the walk away method, right? He'll wish that he did something different because she's just not the sort of woman who will fall for that, or it's not the right circumstance to use that type of method. So the first one on the list where walking away from a woman won't work for the guy is when she isn't attracted to him anymore. Attraction is the thing that makes men and women want to be with each other. So if a guy likes a girl and he's been hanging around with her as a friend and he thinks that walking away is going to make her want him, but she doesn't feel attracted to him, it's rarely if ever going to work. And if a guy's in a relationship or marriage and his girlfriend or wife doesn't feel attracted to him anymore and he then walks away, it's going to be more of a relief for her because she's not attracted to him, she doesn't want to be with him, and now he's giving her an opportunity to move on and find another guy. Of course, in some cases though, when a woman isn't attracted to a guy because he's so needy and so desperate and so forth, and then he walks away from her, it can make her look at him in a different light. It can make her look at him and think, well, he's not needy anymore. He's become more confident now, and therefore I feel more attracted to him. I want to be with him. Yet in most cases it backfires because there are also other things that have been going wrong in the relationship that he hasn't fixed, or she believes he doesn't know how to fix. So when he walks away, she feels relieved. She thinks, okay, cool. Now I can move on. I'm going to find a new guy that makes me feel more attracted, and hopefully we'll be able to have a relationship that works. The next example of when walking away won't work for a guy is when she no longer cares about the relationship and just wants to move on. A lot of relationships don't get past the 1 year point, and for the relationships that do, many of those end up being neutral, where the attraction dies. Initially there was a lot of lust and there was the excitement of being with someone new, but the relationship then began to fall apart. And if it was the guy's fault, for example, it's not always the guy's fault, but if it was the guy's fault, for example, it would be because he was behaving in ways that caused her to lose respect, attraction, and love for him. So for example, he may have become needy or insecure in the relationship, or he may have been a bit too detached from her, right? He didn't show her enough interest. He didn't express enough emotion and tell her that he loved her, or he didn't make her feel loved, and so on. Essentially, if it was the guy's fault, he was behaving in ways that caused her to lose respect, attraction, and love for him. And when that happens, the woman begins to pull away. And if the guy saw her pulling away and became more needy and desperate, that would have turned her off. And if he saw her pulling away and got angry at her and started blaming her and calling her names and trying to make her feel guilty for pulling away and so forth, then that would have caused her to lose respect, attraction, and love for him. So if a man's in a situation where his woman doesn't really care about the relationship anymore and just wants to move on because she hasn't been happy for a while and she doesn't believe that he has the capacity, the ability to fix the problems in the relationship, and then he walks away, she will feel like, okay, great. Now I have an opening to go and legitimately flirt with other guys and start going on dates without feeling like I'm cheating because he's just walked away. He's said that it's over. Then if she finds a guy who makes her feel more attracted, for example, he's more confident or manly, he doesn't have the insecurities that her ex-boyfriend had, he makes her feel loved and valued and so forth, then she's almost certainly going to get involved with him, right? She's going to start having a boyfriend-girlfriend relationship with him, or she's going to have a casual sex relationship with him, and the guy that used the walk-away method and thought that it would fix everything is left behind. And the third example of when walking away won't work for a guy is when he does it in a feminine way. So he sulks, he becomes overly emotional and says, "That's it, I'm leaving," or "That's it, I'm never talking to you again," and so forth. She then looks at him as though he's essentially behaving like a little boy who runs to his room and he's sulking and he's waiting for his mother to come in and comfort him and say, "It's okay." And then he hugs his mother and cries, and then everything's good. Yet that's not the way that it works with sexual relationships with women, not a mother-son relationship. When it comes to a boyfriend-girlfriend relationship or a husband and wife relationship, trying to gain pity is not something that makes a woman feel sexually attracted. Women are not sexually attracted to the emotional weakness of men. Women are sexually attracted to the emotional strength of men. So In most cases, rather than walking away in a huff, the best approach is to be masculine about it, where you figure out what the problem is and you fix it. And figuring out what the problem is with a woman is not about discussing it with her and saying, tell me what the problem is, what do I need to change? Because most women do not want to tell a man what he needs to change. She doesn't want to take on a role as a mentor for a fully grown man who doesn't yet understand how to be an attractive man in a relationship with a woman. She doesn't want to explain that. Why is that? Well, if she explains that, hey, I want you to be more manly around me and make me feel girly in comparison to your masculinity. I don't want to ever feel like I'm more dominant than you. And the guy feels uncomfortable with that or doesn't want to do it and then puts on an act of being like that to hopefully keep the relationship together. She then feels like he's faking it. He's putting on a fake persona to hopefully keep the relationship together, which comes from desperation, right? And women are not attracted to the emotional weakness of men. Additionally, a woman doesn't want to tell a man what to do because then when he starts doing that, it kind of makes her feel like he's just following her orders, right? He's doing what he's been told, like a good little boy. In a sexual relationship, right, a boyfriend-girlfriend relationship or a husband-wife relationship, a woman just does not want to be in that position where she's having to coach him, having to mentor him, having to pat him on the back when he does something good. She doesn't want to be in that position. Instead, she wants a man to understand how to be an attractive man in a relationship and just do that without even having to discuss it with her. So for example, some guys make the mistake of learning how to be attractive in a relationship and then going and telling their girlfriend or wife all about their journey to become more attractive in a relationship. I'm going to be an attractive man now. She doesn't want to hear that because she doesn't want to have to give you that pat on the back. A woman just wants you to understand what to do and then get on with doing it without needing her to pat you on the back, encourage you, reassure you, and so on. She wants you to understand how to be an attractive man and just do it. One of the ways to be an attractive man in a dating relationship or a serious long-term relationship is to not crumble under pressure when a woman tests your confidence. You remain confident regardless of what she does to challenge you in the moment, and she then feels so much more respect and attraction for you due to you having a strong backbone as a man, especially when you're under pressure. She then feels reassured that you are a man she can rely on to feel safe and protected by in this world. You're not a weak man who crumbles under the temporary, often playful pressure of a woman. When you learn how to be strong and maintain your confidence around women, rather than sulking like some guys do or running away and hoping that women take pity on you, then you actually become a stronger man. So the tests that women put you through end up being beneficial to you because you become stronger around people in general and more confident in yourself in social situations and work-related situations, which then leads to people respecting you more, you potentially being promoted at work, and so on. The thing is, a woman is instinctively wired to test a man's emotional strength, to see if she can rely on him to protect her, and to determine if he is someone that she should follow and submit to. So running away from women if you're not getting the kind of results that you want isn't the answer. You have to face up to the challenge that women offer you, overcome it, and you will then get the results that you want. Women are a natural challenge to us men. They offer us an opportunity to level up and become stronger, become more confident. And when you understand why women challenge men and then you understand how to handle the challenges and tests of your confidence that women put you through, it then becomes natural and easy for you to the point where it's just a natural reflex, right? It's just a natural thing that you do. It's easy, like putting some bread in the toaster and just toasting it. You know what to do, you know how to handle it. It's a simple situation. Yet for other guys, it's totally scary, it's confusing, or it's very annoying and makes them angry because they don't understand why women want men who are strong, why women want men who are confident. They don't understand that women are not tough guys. They need to have a man who is confident so they can feel safe around him. They don't want a weak guy. And when you understand that and embrace your role as a man, it's no longer an annoyance. It's actually a gift that women give you when they challenge you and you become stronger. And that then becomes a gift that you give back to the woman because she feels safe around you, she feels respect for you, and she feels attracted to you. Now, before I give you a final point to help you in your relationships with women, I just want to point out that if you want to learn my best ever techniques on how to maintain and increase the feelings of respect, attraction, and love over time in a relationship with a woman, so she never wants to leave you and you never want to leave her. You're both happy and in love together. Then I recommend that you watch or listen to my program, Make Her Love You for Life. So a final point that I want to give you about walking away from a woman is that it can work if she loves you or really likes you, but is being too disrespectful or treating you badly. Right? So when you then walk away, she realizes what she has lost and she wants you back and she wants to treat you better now. Yet in most other situations, walking away from a woman just won't work. Right? If she's not attracted, she doesn't care anymore, or if she's the sort of woman who can easily move on, right? If she's the sort of woman who is attractive and other guys want to be with her, it's going to be very easy for her to find other guys who want her. Additionally, if she feels annoyed or insulted or betrayed by the fact that the guy is just walking away from her, she may decide to try to get revenge and walk away from him. Find a new guy, move on, and make him really hurt because of it. So it's best not to use games and tricks to try to manipulate a woman. Instead, the safest approach that works and that feels good for both you and her is when you interact with her in a way that causes her respect, attraction, and love for you to increase. When you do that, the woman doesn't want to leave you, and you don't have to run out the door and hope that the woman will come chasing after you and want you more. Instead, she wants you more all the time because of the attractive approach that you're using with her in the relationship.